So normally I want to really avoid to try to talk about really negative subjects on this channel in general, because I don't like to be the doom and gloom guy basically. But I do think that this is very important that we talk about this, because it's basically the future of a whole platform. I'm talking right now about PlayStation, especially PlayStation 5. Is PlayStation 5 basically ruined right now? So I'm pretty late with this news, I know. Basically, more live service projects have been cancelled, namely a God of War live service game by Bluepoint. Oh my god. Who thought at PlayStation that this would be a good thing to greenlight? Seriously. Maybe you've seen the news already. It is not going very well at PlayStation right now. And I can't just sit here and being like having copium that, yeah, everything is going fine right now at PlayStation. In fact, it's not. And I really wanted to talk about that for today's video. So sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage, and let's get on with this depressing situation that we are in right now with the PlayStation 5 generation. So it's not that we are not going to get any exclusives next year, because we are. We have Ghost of Yotei, which I'm very excited for. Also, Death Stranding 2 is coming out next year as well. And we have some probably AA deals as well that will still be happening. The China Hero project as well, Lost Soul aside, will finally see the daylight next year for PlayStation. But yeah, when it comes towards, shall I say, first party, it has been kind of a disaster. I'm not going to lie. For everyone that is not really up to speed with this topic at all, PlayStation basically started an initiative at the beginning of the PlayStation 5 era to release a lot of live service games. Because live service games just make a lot of money. And I was already against that when that was revealed. I also made, I believe, videos on that in the past, a year ago, 2 years ago. And Sony was like, yeah, we're going to release this many live service games in the upcoming next 5 years. We have, of course, the famous Last of Us Factions live service game that got cancelled. And then also, of course, now the God of War live service game. God of War live service game. How the hell is that even going to work? By Bluepoint, of like all the studios that they could pick to make a live service game, they choose a remake studio to do this. And of course, Band Studio, also the previous developers of Days Gone, were busy with a live service game, a sci-fi live service game that got cancelled as well. And there was also apparently like a Spider-Man live service game in development that was also cancelled. Now the thing is, there are still live service games that are still in development right now, like Fair Games. For now, the live service game from the Horizon team, which is like an Horizon MMO kind of thing, is still in development as well. I am not looking forward towards any of these games, I'm going to tell you. First of all, I am not really your usual live service fan at all. I just enjoy single player games. The only live service game that I'm playing right now is Marvel Rivals, because I like Overwatch. But you know, Marvel Rivals is one better than Concord, also a failed live service project from Sony that did release but they had to cancel. And it is a free-to-play game, Marvel Rivals. So yeah, it's going to have a bigger player base at launch. It just works better for these type of games. A lot of people are right now doom and glooming the PlayStation 5 generation, and I understand that, right? The thing is, I'm not really there yet, because we don't know really what these other studios like Bluepoint and Band are still maybe doing in the background. And what I am just hoping for, praying for, I'm not a religious person at all. What I'm hoping for, and maybe this is copium, could be, is that they are busy with second projects we're working on next to the live service project. So I'm hoping that maybe Bluepoint was split up into teams to make one live service game and maybe one remake, and that we're still going to get that remake. That's what I'm hoping. For Bend, I don't know. I hope the same, of course, that all these studios were split into multiple teams. Because what you need to remember, this is also a big example with Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog was actually busy with multiple projects at the same time, not just The Last of Us Factions game, but also Intergalactic, which we got an announcement for at the last Game Awards. And they are also busy right now with Last of Us Part 3. They are actually doing multiple projects. And that's what I'm also hoping for with Santa Monica and other studios like Bluepoint and Insomniac, of course, is also working on multiple projects. We have, of course, Wolverine, that's also still going to come. But also we have rumors of that Venom game as well. And we know that they want to start with a new Ratchet & Clank game as well, but that will take still some time. That will be even PlayStation 6 kind of generation. So there are still, in my opinion, going to be some single player games that are going to release for the PlayStation 5. The thing is, PlayStation also just keeps a lot of secrets, as we all know. And they do a very short marketing cycle. So it can be that they have more single player games still in development, but they are just being hush-hush about it, and they are maybe secondary projects of these studios. That's at least what I'm hoping for. We all just only know that they were working on a live service game at one point and then got basically cancelled. We don't know if it is 2 teams, 3 teams that they have maybe split in. That's what I at least hope. If that is not the case though, that Bend was only working on one game and Bluepoint was only working on one game, then oh my god, that is going to be a very big problem, because the PlayStation 5 generation is not over yet. We still have a good 3 years to go, probably. I do think that this generation will be a little bit longer because of the COVID situation, maybe making it 8 years of a generation and then move over to the PlayStation 6. If that is the case, if they were just all working on one damn game, and oh my god, we are going to have a problem. And it's a good thing though that PlayStation has bought more studios, because that means just more projects being in development at the same time. But there will still be exclusives. PlayStation will still do deals with third parties. And I will say, PlayStation has just also had a lot of luck this last year, especially with Silent Hill 2 being kind of a exclusive. And of course, Black Myth Wukong not showing up on Xbox. They basically just have a lot of luck with that. We shall see what's going to come for the immediate future, shall I say, in 2025. We have, of course, Ghost of Yotei, a first-party game, finally, and also Intergalactic. But I do think Intergalactic is going to be a 2026 game. I don't think that's going to be a 2025 game. I do think for 2025 it will be only Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotei. And then hopefully we will see Intergalactic in 2026 together with Wolverine, because I do think Wolverine will start to take up speed again with marketing. Maybe even this year that we see some sort of an update towards that. But yeah, I hope PlayStation has some cards under that sleeve, some surprises that we don't know about. The thing is, I actually covered some rumors in the past about a God of War remake for the original trilogy. So that might also be something that's still in development by a different studio. Maybe not beneath first party, but at least that's a PlayStation IP. And maybe a Asobi can make something before the end of the PlayStation 5 towards the PlayStation 6 era. Hopefully they should get a lot more budgeting towards that studio, because they have done a very good job, especially with Astro Bot. But yeah, I'm not really there yet with dooming the PlayStation 5 generation. Now, I do think though that the PlayStation 5 generation is going to be the worst PlayStation generation of all time. Even compared towards the PlayStation 3. Yes, the PlayStation 3 was very expensive at launch, but at least that got exclusive games, with also Uncharted and Last of Us being there, of course, and Resistance and Killzone and all those games. The live service train, it's going nowhere. It's all failing behind the scenes. And just recently, PlayStation also changed their CEO, or like something like a higher up position. We know, of course, that Herman Hulst was basically sharing that position with Hideaki Nishino. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. But now, Nishino has basically taken the reins, and he has been promoted towards sole CEO. And now Herman Hulst has to report to him. That's just news that has just come out yesterday. So hopefully under new leadership, things will go a bit better into the right direction. But yeah, the PlayStation 5 generation hasn't been really one of the best ones so far. I think this PlayStation is also just very lucky that Xbox has been struggling so much lately, and that so many Xbox exclusives are now forced to go to other platforms. And now Xbox does have a lot of exclusives lined up. I didn't do a video on this, but the Xbox Direct basically aired yesterday or 2 days ago now, with Doom, The Dark Ages, that's coming out in May. Also, the deals that they have done with Claire Obscure, this very cool JRPG, that's also coming to Xbox Game Pass. We have South of Midnight, which is coming in April. They have 2 big games coming in April. Then also Avowed in February. Xbox is doing some big moves right now, and a lot of games are going to release on Xbox Game Pass this year. Sony has to really wake up now. And I will tell you, Sony, if you're watching this video, this is what you need to do. You saw the success of Astro Bot winning Game of the Year, and that is because a lot of people miss these type of more innocent platformer games. And I also really enjoyed Astro Bot myself. And invest in your older IPs. Put Blue Point on Jak and Daxter, remaking Jak and Daxter, or these other iconic franchises that you have. New life can be given towards these IPs. I'm absolutely sure of that. Towards Sly Cooper or towards Jak and Daxter. The fact that PlayStation hasn't thought of that yet is just blows my mind. I'm going to be honest. You can't just rely always on these big third-person open-world games like your Spider-Mans, like your God of Wars. Now, God of War is not open-world. I mean third-person cinematic games, shall I say. You have to diverse your portfolio a little bit. And as much as I love these games, I love the cinematic open-world third-person games. I love Ghost. I love God of War. I love Spider-Man. You have to diverse yourself a bit more. And that doesn't just mean live service. That also means platformers, shooters, first-person shooters. And that is something that Xbox is doing very well, in my opinion, right now. Or RPGs. Look towards maybe more Japanese games as well. AA games. We missed that era of PlayStation that they had AA games as well. I'm not there yet that this generation is absolutely doomed, but it is going to be probably the worst PlayStation generation so far. And I do hope that they learned their lessons a bit for the PlayStation 6. What is really your opinion on all this stuff? Do you guys think that the PlayStation 5 generation is already ruined? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think? It was a bit of a negative video, I know. But I do think it is an important video that we talk about this stuff, because these are big things happening in the industry. And I am a PlayStation fan. I'm also an Xbox fan. I am a Nintendo fan. Also, that Nintendo Switch 2 is looking pretty nice. I am a fan of gaming, just in general. And I don't want to see this live service push. I'm kind of glad this is all cancelled. On the other hand, though, a lot of resources have just been vaporized. And time and money that could have been spent in damn single player games that your fans just want. Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of all this stuff? I also quickly want to do a update towards some of the videos, and especially my last, shall I say, essay video that I've done about the more female protagonists in video games video. You might have noticed I have removed it, and there's a big reason for that. I got a lot of hate on that video. Some of the comments were not that nice already that I was getting. Some comments that you guys can see that were under review. I can see them in the YouTube settings beneath YouTube Studio. And normally, you know, I have an opinion. When I have an opinion, I will share that. I don't quickly censor myself. I don't really also want to censor that opinion. I still have that opinion. I want to see more female protagonists in video games. But the amount of hate I was getting on that video was kind of just mind-blowing to me. The thing is, I was expecting some hate and dislikes for that opinion. And to be fair, I don't really think I even gave that big of a controversial opinion at all in my video. I was kind of mild on it as well, kind of meeting everyone in the middle. I just said not every female protagonist in a video game is woke. That's really the only thing I said in that video, and already people found it very controversial and hating on that opinion. And I am sad, very sad, that I had to remove this video. A lot of editing work went into this video, more than a week of editing. And just to be gone because of a lot of dislikes, I got 50% dislikes on that video. And that is to me just too much. I'm an up-and-coming kind of creator, and I don't want to be negatively stigmatized. Like, I don't want to have a negative opinion already on me, shall I say. So yeah, that's why I removed that video. But I'm sad because it's my opinion, and there are just a lot of mean people online. Toxic, actually toxic people, which I did not expect to be this bad, shall I say. So yeah, just a little update. So I will be making a new essay video for the future. I don't know what it will be about yet, but I will think of something. Don't worry about that. Now, thank you guys for watching this video. Like it if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming news, leaks, and rumors towards that type of stuff. I also do, of course, essay videos and reviews. I haven't really done any reviews recently because I was just too busy also in real life. I wanted to review at first Metaphor Refantasio, but that game was so damn long. It was 80 hours to 90 hours long, and I did finish it. But if I have to review that game now, after the fact that I've finished it, there are already so many reviews out for that game, and I felt like it's not going to really push the needle at all. I'm also looking towards more retrospective content, maybe for older games, that could grow me into the algorithm that doesn't have a lot of competition on YouTube. So yeah, I'm looking towards that. Stick around, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.